news update at noon on African Free Press Television. My name is Arit Efanga. Chief Judge Ayodeji Daramola of Ekiti State on Thursday released 34 awaiting trial inmates in Ado-Ekiti federal prisons. Daramola ordered the release when he visited the prison as part of measures to check congestion. He criticized the large number of inmates awaiting trial in the prison and said those who were released had no questions. He criticized the large number of inmates awaiting trial in the prison and said those who were released had no question to answer from the Ministry of Justice, while some were released unconditionally. The Controller of Prisons, Mr. Atta Mustafa, appealed to relatives of those who were released not to reject them so that the frustration will not lead them to committing greater offense. African countries yesterday in Abuja assured that they would continue to support Nigeria in ongoing battle against terrorism. The Ambassador of Sahrawi Arab Republic to Nigeria and Dean of African Diplomatic Corps, Obi Baki, gave the assurance while addressing State House correspondents after a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. He said that a delegation of members of the Corps were in the Presidential Villa Abuja to express their solidarity, support and sympathy to Buhari and the people of Nigeria over the menace of Boko Haram sects. National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, on Thursday said it had uncovered an illegal factory within the Trade Fair complex in Lagos loaded with various expired canned food. The agency's spokesman, Mr. Anselm Okonkwo, disclosed in a statement that the discovery was a result of a special raid and enforcement operation in some markets in the metropolis by officers of the Investigation and Enforcement Directorate of the agency, adding that a 24-year-old man, Victor Okeke, had been arrested in connection with the expired products. Of the expired products discovered in the unhygienic factory included expired Maggi sauce with manufacturing dates of 15 August 2011 and expiry dates of 15 August 2014. Senators were yesterday divided over President Muhammadu Buhari's anti-corruption crusade. While All Progressives Congress senators said the crusade was in order, the People's Democratic Party caucus at a news conference in Abuja described the anti-graft battle as selective. It further called on President Muhammadu Buhari to urgently intervene in alleged interference of DSS operatives in petitions pending at various election petitions tribunals. The caucus, made up of all 49 senators elected on the platform of the PDP, condemned alleged harassment, intimidation and arrest of PDP members in some PDP-controlled states by DSS operatives. Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio raised the issue at a news conference at the National Assembly, but Chairman of the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Information and Publicity, Dino Melaye. Minority Leader Godswill Akpabio raised the issue at a news conference at the National Assembly, but Chairman of the Senate Ad Hoc Committee on Information and Publicity, Dino Melaye, dismissed the claims of the opposition accusing the PDP caucus of crying wolf where there was none. Reporters Without Borders has raised an alarm at the judicial uncertainty hanging over Teranga FM radio manager Alage Cisse, who was brought before a Banjul court on a sedition charge on August 4 and 6. Cisse has been missing since 17 July before reappearing in court on August 4, and before that he had been held in solitary confinement for 11 days during the first half of July. Cisse is facing a possible fine of 50,000 to 200,000 dalasi for allegedly using his mobile phone to send a photo of a gun pointed at President Yahya Jammeh to two women on 16 July. According to the prosecution, Cisse's intention was to raise discontent, hatred and disaffection among the population. A Bangladeshi blogger known for his secular views has been hacked to death by a gang armed with machetes in the capital, Dhaka. Neil O'Neill was attacked at his home in the city's Goran area. He is the fourth secularist blogger to have been killed this year by suspected Islamic militants in Bangladesh. A man carrying a samurai-style sword has been arrested in North London. Police were alerted to a group of young people armed with bricks and stakes in Huntsay Road at about midnight. The 21-year-old man was stopped by officers who found the blade in a bag he was carrying. He was arrested on suspicion of possession of an offensive weapon and remains in custody. For more news, please visit www.africanfreepress.com. Follow at African Free Press on Twitter and like African Free Press on Facebook. My name is Arit Efanga. Good afternoon.